Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Dominions 4 Thrones of Ascension with me, BrainBoy 20. Where we last left off, we had a lot to do and a lot to continue, and we've done a lot and have a lot to do still. We were building a massive amount of nature mages and trying to go down the nature path. I was trying to hunt down some fire path abilities to get a commander for Pudoro. I have some more tips to go through from other players of the game who are commenting on my channel, in which case I thank you for those. We're continuing our research in enchantment, and I'm curious, what level are we at now? Because I know we're not going to continue with this, but we're at level 6. So that gives me opposition. This caster creates a supernatural force diametrically opposed to a target magical being. If the spell is powerful enough, the magical being will be disenchanted and cease to exist. Well then. Interesting. Dome of Arcane Warding. An astral dome is created over the entire province. 50% chance of stopping each spell that tries to pass through it. Interesting. And then I wanted to get hidden in sand and other things, right? This spell can only be cast in a wasteland, and this is the Dust King one that I read about last time. Hidden underneath. The spell can only be cast in a cave province. In the beginning of time, there was a war among gods, and a previous Pantocrator defeated and imprisoned 3 mighty gods and their servants at the depths of the earth. The caster locates such a shielded chamber of the underearth and releases entombed prisoners. The released ones' souls were imprisoned along with their bodies and could not escape to the underworld when they died. For millennia, their spirits have remained trapped in their fossilizing bodies. When they're released, they once more follow their former kings and sages to answer the call of the caster. The sages are skilled in earth, death, and sometimes astral magic. If cast in a province of fortune and magic, a king with more sages is likely to be found. Interesting, but not entirely useful yet. We also have Heat from Hell, Varfa Flames, Eternal Pyre, which is a global enchantment. A huge blazing pyre lights up the landscape. The pyre never burns out, and the heat is strong enough to create 20 magical gems imbued with firepower each month. The enchantment lasts until someone dispels it or the caster dies. Level 6 is the point where we start getting spells that grant us magical gems from casting, which can be incredibly useful. Riches from beneath. Resources are much easier to come by in provinces under friendly domains. The global enchantment make it possible to produce military units much faster than before. The enchantment lasts until it is dispelled or the caster dies. Reanimate archers, and this, which we are capable of, creates us some skeletal archers. And they burst into the green flames of Banefire. Interesting. Wait. Skeletons are undead and fall apart and left without undead leadership. This is which creates the great rotting eagle's relief and forest dome. I could continue with this, but I'm not, because it's going to be too expensive. Right now I'm actually interested in evocation, I think. No, it just gives me some more offensive spells, which ultimately isn't that bad. This will allow us to destroy the Eyes of God enchantment if anyone was actually using it, but I don't think anyone has as much research as we do. And we can get some hurricanes and thunder strikes, but I don't see the reason. How far can we go? Yeah, there's nothing really useful. I mean, even down here, we can get Wrath of God. Sorry about this. This is another very late night video that I'm recording, so if I'm a bit slow, please, I apologize for it. Level 3, what do we get? Ghost Wolves, Mistform, Immolation, Inner Sun, which we definitely could do if we get some astral magic going. Stygian Skin and Arouse Hunger. Creates Undeath. Ghouls in the Service of the Necromancer. Mauls of the... Okay, what happens here? Transmute fire, fire gems into gold, cold resistance, incinerate, solar eclipse, spell blot out the sun only for a little while in an unlimited area, phantasmal army, whole army of phantasmal warriors, fire resistance, bone melter. I'm just looking for anything that even looks remotely interesting. Anyway, I guess we already checked alteration. Have we? Yes, that doesn't have anything useful. Evocation, equally doesn't have anything useful except just a few combat spells. So I think we might just go back down construction, continue onto clockwork horrors, crushers, mandragoras, and woody constructs, and get to the very powerful magic items. Horospex, nothing found in Pastania, nor Paragami. Gnome Lore found something in Forgotten Woods. Arcane Probing found 2 magic sites in Pastania. Horospex found 2 in the Forgotten Woods. Nothing found in Valadon from Sigurd, who's trying his hardest. And Battle in the Forgotten Woods, let's see. He's attacking my fortress zone. So I get the troops that are stationed there, in addition to all the province defense that I've set up. Oh, he's dead. He sent adventurers. I'm not even gonna bother. Okay then. Dust Hills, which is us attacking them in the north. And I have to fix my ear because it's itchy like all heck. So we're gonna overwhelm them with shade beasts, what few remain, or the undead. Our province defense is quite terrible, and they have Sarmatian Amazons here. But it looks like we're just gonna overwhelm them. Good work, shade beasts. Alrighty then. Unexpected event in the land of our lord. A handful of magic gems have been found in the prime of the season. Sneaking enemy was discovered by a militia, and shortly thereafter attacked other forces in the Griffin Spires. They lost a septic, which I know they're trying to do. It's not hilarious. He's casting Gnome Lore constantly. They're all researching. Alyssa Deathwind can actually now cast it regularly, but I should see what magic sites did we find. Pastenia, we found Starlit Pond and a painted cave, giving us 2 astral gems a turn, bringing it up to 3. Where's the other one? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. What other places did we locate? Because I know we found a ton of them just recently. Hang on. Statistics, nation overview should tell us where these are. Stone Circle and Valadon, but we know of that one already. Here we go, Forgotten Woods. Jesus. Enchanted Field provides 50 supply points and a nature gem, not like we need it. Magma Cave, which produces fire and earth. Fire was the other one we were lacking. Oh, and I'm supposed to create 2 commanders soon, but we'll get to that in a second. Endless Forests, Astral and Nature, so that's where the other one ended up. I think we have another one. Nothing in Valadon, Magic Woods, Pastenia, Forgotten Woods, and no other sites. So you guys are actually supposed to continue casting, so let's set that up. Oh, I just lower that? Oh, okay, I didn't know I could mess with the size of the UI that easily. You're going to monthly cast more horror specs. As will you. Brood of Garm. It summons Jotun Wolf, summons a huge pack of wolves that roam the Jotun Forest. The wolves are sacred and their howls can scare even a giant. We'll start doing summons like that later when I get enough nature gems. And you guys are also casting Harspex, Tamar. You will cast the ritual spell, Dark Knowledge, because we have a new location, I believe, and that's up in the Dust Hills. You will actually now monthly cast Astral, or the Location of Astral. Our Location of Astral spell. Yes, Arcane Probing is the word I'm looking for. And he'll cast Gnome Lore continuously to continue getting our Earth Gems up so we can really support these. As you can see, we're starting to get to the ridiculous portion. We're getting tons of nature, so I might just have to start swapping over my magic reserves to nature. Who's next? Next commander. Sigurd. Go north. Bure, you're hiding, but we definitely can take them out. So you're no longer going to preach, you're going to go fight. You're not going to sneak. Kill them. Like, be reasonable and kill them. You're hiding in there, so we're not going to move much. Sigdriva, who's just captured this location, we will boost up province defense so you can naturally hold it. because this is basically a bulwark that prevents Bolfagian from being taken immediately. Bolfagan. Unfortunately, we're right up against 2 fortresses, and I don't have any of my anti-fortress weapons ready. Although we did learn of the Flesh Eater Isle, Deathmage may enter to summon ghouls. Sigdriva, enter the site of the Flesh Eaters, and take the Soulless Warriors and add them to your ranks. I'm curious how many Soulless you can summon this way. And you'll just sit there and defend otherwise. Plaguetooth, you are going to continue taking these troops with you, and you'll move out to join Zalrock after you take your sweet, sweet time marching across the battlefield. And Bjor's hiding. I'm going to continue recruiting more mages. The Hangadrot, which will lead the next falls. We'll get another Zvartolf. And even though the Helhirding is incredibly expensive, we will recruit more of them. Oh yeah, we definitely have an army together. Especially with the long-dead horsemen. Who else do we have? We have Bjor. Is there anything else? Like, are there any mercenaries that even strike me? No, I can't even afford them. Alright, intern. I forgot to read the Banes, didn't I? Well, let's see what happens. Harspex and EX found something, nothing found in Wesh, nothing found in Dusk Hills, probably makes sense, nothing found in the Land of Our Lord, something found in Rafabolia, nothing in Bolfagan. Battle in Wesh, they are attacking us from the south. Oh, they're Pretender Gods attacking me. Skyella the Dracanian. All the magic gems, all the armor. The Dracania was once a Titaness, beautiful beyond belief. When she spurned the previous Prantocrator, she was cursed with a hideous form and was imprisoned on an enchanted isle. She now appears as a woman with the lower part of a huge serpent. From the serpent grow 6 dogs that hunger for human flesh. For millennia of the baying of the dogs have frightened sailors that mistakenly come too close to her island prison. Now the Prantocrator gone, her shackles are weakening, and the Dracanian will avenge her millennia imprisonment. Scalia, the Most High, mistress of the wind on the waters, the princess knowing the waters, lady of clouds, the pretender god trying to banish all other gods. Well then, let's see, what can we do against the god? Terracotta soldiers. Which means these things are going to have really high health and are going to be really hard to kill. Already my troops are disappearing. However, their god's not exactly the most well defended. Sure, it might be a while before we can kill them, but maybe we can hold. He says, as these guys are all mindless and won't break. Okay, looks like we have some people to kill. Ironport, them. We're attacking them. Finally ridding another location of their misbegotten kind. Plaguestorm the Prophet. Yes, the Bane Commander. Let's go gut them. I've also completely forgotten to give Zack his Reduce Fatigue spell, and who'll probably need it. Zack, what are you doing? Oh, Zack is just going to kill him. I'm so sorry. And then he summons a mass of soulless warriors behind their forces. That's great. And we killed the Pretender, too. Not the Pretender, their Prophet. And a battle on Black Alps. Them attacking me. Admittedly, I doubt they'll be able to take it with this force. But that's the hope. Most of these guys are melee, which is what we're good against, so we should be okay. Especially if we get the first strike, which is what things are looking like. Oh, they tried to outflank us. Unfortunately, they hit the main of our army, which just overruns them, which is perfectly fine by me, by the way. So what are all these soulless warriors doing? Are they mine? Oh, Sigurd is here. I didn't even realize it. Hello, Sigurd. We're gonna get some kills in on ya. He's probably, yeah, he's full fatigue. That's a problem. However, his fatigue should hit 0 before too long, and yes, he's casting more spells. Yet their armies are routed because of Sigurd's presence producing all the undead warriors, which are just overrunning them. Alright, so we lost Wesh, but I think Zalrock is right next to that place. Yeah, so, don't bother preaching. Blightooth, tell me you can go there. Blightooth, why are you useless? Zalrock, I think we have a good opportunity. I say I think we do. To go kill off their pretender god. I say I think. I'll wait a turn. Them going through this would be suicide. If they go any further, I'll let them retreat. If they don't retreat, I'm just going to overrun them immediately. But just to dissuade them from assaulting, we will go to the weakest location and set them both up to 40. Anyway, next forces. Illicit Deathwind, you're supposed to do monthly castings of arcane probing. I don't know what's wrong with you. No more's being cast. Tamar can't do anything else, so he'll just cast ritual spells of, Revive a Bane, as was specifically requested by Chris Stinson, who actually did point out that recruitment, it just uses up the resources for next turn. It's nothing horrible, which I will gladly do a bit more recruiting of, because I kind of need to. Sigurd, congratulations. You have done a tremendous job of just claiming this location, and we'll set up a very, very awful defense of this location. Also, speaking of which, let's see, what armies can we even recruit? Ikiatid Lord. Let's just use lots of turtles. Well, they could attack them, there's no real point, they'll just repulse me immediately. So Sigurd, you will search for magic sites. Zach, you guys are just all preach. Preach the teachings of my god. We'll take this place soon. Bure will sneak up there. Eventually we might move into assault. Plague Storm is moving, so everything else is pretty much done. Doubt you're gonna move any closer into my territory. Even if they do, I'm just going to kill their god for doing so. Nothing found in Kisha, nothing in Bolfagin, nothing found in Land of Our Lord, nothing found in Konberg. Revive Bane. Sigurd just searched Black Alps, but nothing was found. Battle in Elkland. Okay, here's an actual army. Let's see how the province defensive barbarians do. Barbarians get one of the first major strikes and overwrite them. The Surf Warriors retreat, but I think the barbarians are just going to go have a lot of fun and have a freaking heyday. Or they can all retreat. Looks like I actually need to get an army together and just have to retake this stuff because I can't fight them all at once, which is what sucks. It's not even my bloody fault. I literally cannot build enough troops. I just can't. Okay. We know that we win this battle. I gotta win one location, stop them all from attacking me, but I can't kill them fast enough. Unexpected event in the Griffin Spires. Unrest has increased by 20. Magic has increased by 1. Children are disappearing at night. Strange creatures skulk the wilderness. I also have another request for a commander. Pudero wanted to have a commander named Solius. Unfortunately, it's my firm belief that that commander should have a lot of fire magic. Unfortunately, none of that type of commander has shown up. Are you still there? Okay. So, Van Hers... Well, Plaguetooth will gladly take the undead troop. You will all get shoved into this force, and we'll get an army of Van Hers. Van Hers will go around the force, hold an attack... Well, attack rearmost enemy, which you should be doing the same thing. Shade Beasts will, of course, still be at the front. Plaguetooth, I don't care what happens to you. You'll stop preaching. You're gonna go kill their god. You should have the forces to do so. I'll have to move something south to deal with the incoming army. Illicit Deathwind, what are you doing? transfer them all over, and continue casting Arcane Probing. And we also forgot Wolf Oak, which is one of the locations we had located, Grove of Fertility, which gives me more nature gems, and I'm not fairly certain that we actually found anything else nature gem-wise. Whispering Wood, which gives us Enchantress, Druid's Grave. Ah, well, we killed our god. A single enemy unit. I have to keep buying Province Defense just to kill off some of their troops. Like, I'm not supposed to rely on it. I understand that. My troops are actually better than this. It's just, what's the bloody point? I want to go siege their fortress. I want to remove these things. It's just, it's not easy. Also, I killed your god. Shouldn't your dominion just be dying? Here you'll go here. You will preach. And continue trying to weaken the dominion behind their lines. Next, Tamar. Oh, we have Grave Spittle. That's not going to remain. You will be named Chower. In honor of Christensen. Char, you might actually have to march your way across all my lands. That is fine by me. Tamar, you will actually join him. You will be his private spellcaster. But before you do, we're going to ditch this into the laboratory, and you will follow him. Sigurd, you found nothing. Good day, sir. You go back to the Forgotten Wood. Actually, no. Sigurd, you will go up and join this army as a new primary spellcaster. You will actually go here first and get the actual items before becoming a primary spellcaster, and then we will continue recruiting units. And my resources take a massive hit because I have to take back Elkland again. Even after I took it that long ago, I have a ton of troops but no one to command them unless I want to send my Pretender God around, which admittedly isn't a bad idea considering her Raise Dead spells would be insane. It has research coming along. We're about to get construction, but I want to continue down the path of construction until I get construction of very powerful magic items. And maybe a Forge of the Ancients. Call them construction. No, it'd be weapons of sharpness. Never mind, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm just curious what this stuff is. A Juggernaut construction. The Juggernaut is a colossal structure made out of religious idols and 2 pairs of enormous wheels. The machine is powered by astral magic and will require leadership in order to make it move. Construction like this has to be almost as holy as the god itself, and rightfully, it does spread dominion of its god just like a prophet. To make it complete, the Juggernaut is covered by a layer of gold to make it even look more religiously important. Righty then. We're not even bothering with blood magic. Admittedly, I could give blood magic to my prophet, who happens to have blood magic, but there's not much point because I don't use it. Anyway, recruitment in main homeland. More Valkyries. And more actual frontline troops. And maybe in 2 turns, maybe I can make some actual forces together. Find some more Surf Warriors. And we shall end our turn. Alright, this will be the last turn of the episode. Research and construction's complete, not really useful. Nothing found at Ironport. Nothing found in Dust Hills. Nothing found at Haunted Wood. Nothing found in Paragami. Something found at Oakland. Battle in Ironport. Who's attacking me? You have made a grave mistake. You have made the gravest of errors. Prepare to die. They're routed because they're retarded and killed themselves by charging me. Battle in Wesh. This is where we have increased our Deicide. Deicide? How's the correct term? Doesn't matter. Mounted Herdmen, all with glamour, all going to overrun them. I don't know why I didn't do the mounted herdman earlier. That's a mistake on my part. So, she's pretty much dead. Meaning we're going to get to read my favorite message. The god can't even run, and that's the glorious thing. The morale's broken of the god, by the way. So we take back Wesh. Message from Akrosfale. You killed our god. This war will not end until the nation of Helheim is annihilated. Deathmatch is scheduled in the arena. Sure, let's go with that. Sigurd, before I forget. Oh, that's the sucky thing. Zack still cannot actually get the item he's supposed to get, which is reinvigoration, which he kind of needs, because that'd make him really useful. Björ is here, 120 units. I think we could probably take that, just from the quality of our troops at this point. And we actually slightly outnumber them. But they have a large province defense, and that is, as we've seen and demonstrated time and time again, essential. You've been entering this site this entire time. I forgot that we have ghouls. We'll shove the ghouls in the undead. Oh, we can't put them in the undead force. Ghouls are humans under the curse of hunger, biting the flesh of dead humans. Their bodies and minds decay and transform. Pale and putrescent, they follow armies to feed on the dead and dying. The hands of a ghoul are transformed into claws that stiffen the muscles of those wounded by them. I think Sigdriva is just going to take this location, and we'll leave the ghouls there just to do a natural defense. Speaking of which, we have looked in Oakland. What do we find? If I can remember where Oakland was, which is actually a very big issue of me trying to remember what my territory is like. Tinderwood Forest giving us more fire mat gems. At this point, I think... Are they Kilgore? Do I want to start boost? No, we already have fire magic in the terms of Grimnir and Forts. Actually, Sigurd... It's still gonna... No. Before I forget, you're gonna ferry magic items. You will ferry a skull talisman. Oh, I can give you the wall shaker. What was the other? I didn't make the reinvigoration amulet? That's a shame. Sigurd will bring those 2 items over. We'll get the reinvigoration amulet soon. No more things are being cast. Oh, have you actually finished? Have you finished? I'm curious. Cast ritual spell. Oh, you actually have. Okay. How much are we getting? 11. That's not bad. Well, you will get a thistle mace. First and foremost. Give me the thistle mace. Give it to Yvik, just to put him up to 3. Cast ritual spell. What can you cast that is good? Wooden construction creates a lumber construct, a magically animated wooden construct resembling a human. The construction will fall apart without magical leadership. I'm just going to look for things that will always create a certain amount. The mage awakens a pair of vine ogres and persuades them to serve him. The vine ogre is a strange creature composed of roots, vines, and moss. They have general form of a large humanoid. Vine ogres will return to their slumbering state if there are no commanders on the battlefield. Before I forget, what can you forge? This is important. Serpent Chris, rat tail, nothing important. No vine bow, nothing of true importance. I still want to get the miraculous cure-all elixir. I really do, but you can't create anything just yet, so I'm going to have you cast the ritual spell, Vine Ogre. Let's just do that once. Cast ritual spell, Vineman will awaken. You will cast the ritual spell, Horned Serpent? No. Pack of Wolves. Summon animals. Leon Gryphs. With this ritual convocation of Leogryphs are summoned to control the Leogryph, the mythical half-beast, part lion, part eagle. It is by some scholars considered to be a degenerate form of the griffin. They are only slightly stronger than lions, but their mythical heritage makes them more resistant to magical effects. Do that. I wish to see, like, the statistics of all those. You guys are still casting your spells. Tamar. Core, before I forget, start building your force. Grab these troops, have them join you. You. I thought you're supposed to be able to uncommand undead. Why do these soulless have problems? Put them up under the Revenant. Why? Why? Okay. Undisciplined. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. We'll send Core through, and Tamar will also go through. Now, next troops. Plaguetooth and Salrock, you have taken over Wesh. You've killed their pretender god. We're going to rebuild the province defense of the region back up to 30. How many troops do you have in total? That's my question. 102. You know what we're doing? Enough of this. No, you're not sneaking. I say enough of this. Take the entire region. You're not allowed to have fun. We're going to take over your fortress. We have no more commanders remaining. Maybe we go to recruitment. So I need to regain Elklin, but that's not a humongous issue. Oh, these things don't have Harspecs. That's actually pretty darn important. Hembolg will actually march his way across the land. I'm not going to actively attempt to stop him. I would love to continue summoning stuff, but I also want to get everything that's in my territory. Because all that stuff is important to me. I'll boost this one up to 30. And just to dissuade them from trying to immediately assault us. Recruiting units, you will get more Herdmen, and a few mounted Herdmen as well, which are for some reason very cheap, resource cost wise, compared to literally everything else. So we're gonna get, no, we're not gonna get mounted Herdmen, we're going to go with Hell Herdlings, and then one regular Herdman. Now with nothing else for us, I'm going to get a new commander. There's so many gems that I'm thinking I should really just continue to empower. And when I finally have something with enough fire magic to praise the bloody sun, Puduro will get as commander. But with this is the end of the current session. I hope you've all enjoyed watching this session of Dominions 4. Oh Jesus. Oh yeah, there's the whole arena fight. So, this session of Dominions 4, Thrones of Ascension, has ended. I hope you've all enjoyed watching, and this has been BrainBoy 20, and I'm signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. It helps out a great deal, and I hope to see you all next time.